Hello guys and welcome to not a very nice view, but this is me under the car today. I'm finally resolving the vibration engine mount noise that I'm getting, and it is this mount here. It is now loosened, but as you can see, and you'll see in a minute when I remove it, it's totally ruined the outer bush here that goes onto the gearbox. So it's quite easy to replace. I'm going to go through the process of doing that now. I'm waiting on a new part, but I'm going to remove this now, show you how to do it, and hopefully this resolves the engine noise. So there's only 4 bolts to remove as far as I'm aware. That is these two, well, nuts here, and these 2 bolts here on the gearbox. So I've used a 14mm spanner on this one because my charge pipe sits so close that I can't get a ratchet on there. And then I've used a ratchet with an 18mm to get these off here. So these should now be hand tight. There they are. Now I don't know whether the kit, I'm hoping it does, I don't know whether it comes with replacement nuts and bolts. I would imagine it might have the nuts but not the bolts for this, but who knows. Probably not. So obviously I'll take these off and clean these up, and then this is going to take quite a while longer. The gearbox is still quite warm from my drive. Oh, it is coming out by hand, so it's always nice. It is a bit warm though, I must admit. Getting hotter, well, that's been inside my gearbox. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. I do need to invest in a ratchet spanner. I'm hoping this isn't that long that I'm not going to be able to pull it out. It's actually really hot. Yeah, don't be much longer because that's going to touch on the end of that pipe. I really do not fancy trying to remove that. There we are. That's really, really hot. And this one is still a bit tight. If I can actually get to it would be helpful. And then I guess this one's going to have to be loosened by hand. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is now removed. It took me a little bit of a while. This one had to come out with the spanner, and well, it wasn't just knackered. I mean, there is, if you look in that gap, there is no bush in there. There is no bush at all. Yeah, so my whole engine's basically been not being resisted by anything. So the engine mount here on the front, the engine mount down the side there, they're both good. On the top there's 2 mounts. There's a central engine mount, that one's great, and then the 2 outside ones, which I'll put the link in the description of this video, below this video, sorry. I also replaced, which are for the centre bar. They were like bad as well, so they've been replaced, which helped the issue a little bit, but obviously it wasn't going to ever help. There's literally no, if you look from this side, there's literally no washer in there. So yeah, this one's okay though, to be fair. That one's still a bush, but the other one is absolutely ruined. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the replacement part on, and as far as I'm aware, from speaking to my friend Jeff, which is the man of all knowledge, I think that I might need to actually put a bit of wood on a jack and slightly lift the engine up in order to get the new one lined up and in properly. But once the part comes, I'll get it fitted. But this, for now, is pretty much as useless as garbage. That is so bad. I've driven it like that for almost 2 months. So here is the replacement. It's already been sort of pre-loosened. All the joints are pre-loosened, so they're all going to have to be tightened. So I'm going to put this in first. I think I'm going to tighten this in position first. these are actually fitted with a staggered fit, so it's going to be a bit of a sort of tighten it all up loosely and adjust, and then obviously tighten properly when tight, because these are actually fitted with a pitched fitment here, so they can't go backwards and forwards however much you want. So I assume they come like this to be flexible to allow you to have the free movement to get them in. This is obviously pitched here as well for that additional movement, so that's pretty much bang on there as it is, I think. So there we are, all in place. Didn't take long to get it all tightened up in there. I'm just going to basically tighten up this end first on the gearbox. That's the fiddliest one to get to. Then I'm going to tighten these up last, because you can just adjust these quite easily and pull them out and tighten with the ratchet. So these ones I'm going to do, as you can see, it's taking a while because I've got to twist them by hand. So I'm going to tighten them up first, and then I will then basically just follow this through. So tighten this, then tighten that, then tighten that. And I'll also tell you in just a minute what the nuts and bolts are to tighten these two as well. So this was a 14mm, this end was a 15, and these are 14. So because these have got a self-tapering nut on this side here, when you come to tighten on this side, as soon as they touch the surface, you hold them and they touch the surface, they'll dig in, and you can just tighten it from this side using the 14mm spanner. So 14, 14, 14, 14, and then to remind myself, the 19 there, 18. And then we're going to get